everybody. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Yes, that's right. It's time for Sarcastic Distractions, the interesting podcast for interesting people, featuring, as always, the Gentleman Society Podcasting. Myself, Harvey.
Chris.
I'm ready! I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Man, that's like the song I sing to myself every morning. That's amazing.
Right?
You recorded me doing
I know.
That.
You were too polite to the listeners to actually have it toned out. You should have just kept that repeating and repeating.
For the
Just
whole,
do the whole episode. Exactly.
in the background.
Yeah, exactly. My heterosexual life mate, Dave.
Yellow.
Good grief!
Dave.
He's naked!
Dave. Good grief!
That's amazing.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
My name's in it.
He is naked.
it's true.
Yeah.
And the ever-loving, ever-crazy, AJ.
A few inches later.
A few inches later? Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that-
Yeah.
Well, that's like a growth or a sex thing or both. I mean,
I don't
both.
know.
I don't know.
Could be anything.
That's all
Well, how can something be a few inches later?
Well,
You can tell. I think AJ was in his abstract mode today. I think
Okay.
that's where he
A
was.
few
at.
inches later.
I
A
was
few
high.
inches later. Yeah.
I'm
You can be a few inches later.
Good to
always
be
high.
honest.
Yeah.
Good to be open and honest.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah.
And if you out there truly want to wish me a great birthday, please be sure to like and subscribe and support us through our Smoking Gun Beef Jerky link. Speaking of birthdays,
I'm just laughing because, of course,
A
by the
great
time we
birthday?
put this on the air, your birthday will be passed.
I know,
but
Okay.
people can wish
Exactly.
people belated birthdays.
That's right, exactly. People will
Yeah.
hear this.
Dave.
No,
Right.
I always just make the joke. I'm happy, pre-birthday. Well, what do you mean? My birthday was 2 days ago. No, it's coming in 364 days.
That's
bum.
Dad, listen to this
That's
man.
not funny.
It's
Such a-
totally
But
funny.
he is
AJ.
segueing that shitty
That's true.
dad joke.
That's true.
that
that is
shitty
true.
dad joke is on point because we're going to talk about dads, all thing dads. Because, yeah, my birthday happened to fall on Dad's Day, and I thought it'd be fun to talk
Well,
about it.
Father's Day.
Father's
Father's
Day, yeah.
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Father.
Interesting fact, I was actually born on Father's Day.
Well, hold on. But
Nice.
what's the difference between Father's and Dad's Day? Like,
I mean, dads are, let's be honest,
why you must correct him?
stepdads.
Stepfather. Yeah.
No, they're
I
not
don't,
real.
it's just the official title for the day is Father's Day.
Yeah.
That
But
is
the-
the official.
Official title for your dad is Father, but
And
No.
tomorrow's all Father's
Dad.
Day.
No, in my case, I would have to say he's just been dad. Hey, dad. Yeah.
So then,
Whereas-
so then it's Dad's Day. If
Well-
you don't have a father, therefore you can't celebrate Father's
But
Day.
what's funny is for my kids, I often get termed as father.
Sure.
I don't know why. Because they just, not even when they're angry or pissed at me, it's just father.
Yeah. I call my dad a lot of different things. It was dad, dadums, father. Lots of different things.
dadums?
Yeah, it's just to fuck around.
Dadums?
When I was trying to get at him. Yeah.
Dadums.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
yeah.
for me, it's always been pretty much just dad.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was just all the time. I never called him by his first name. I never called him Tom. I did it once and then I got smacked. And
Oh,
I did
really?
it again. Yeah, no, never again. Yeah. That's not a
Yeah,
thing.
no. The
Yeah.
only time.
I do both, Dad, Pete.
Oh, Pete, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I have to say, I'm pretty much just a dad. Maybe if I have to reference in some way, I'll do the whole Mark thing. The important thing is, and I'm pretty sure he'll not listen to this, never use Donald, which is his actual name.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that about
Oh, he's
him.
one of
Yeah,
those dudes that's like
I know. Yeah, he's just not a
a
fan.
real first name, but they don't use it.
Well, because it was his father's,
Oh.
and they never quite clicked, got along, and long story. We're not talking about grandfathers today, just
No,
fathers.
no, it's not
it's
grandfather's
a
day.
father. It's a type of father.
Yeah, but I really shouldn't speak because my experience with him was never, my grandfather that is, was never horrible, but I am aware of the things that my grandfather did. Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of those isms where,
Different time, different lives.
a lot of differences. He had a drinking problem. He was definitely alcoholic.
He was cool like that, eh?
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, the only time I really saw him wiped out, he was literally just wiped out, half dead. That was
Yeah,
it. Yeah, I never
yeah.
saw much else.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, dad and alcohol.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
times.
Yeah, in my case, my father, zero
Not his
alcohol.
thing.
No.
Yeah, your
no,
dad,
eh?
not a drinker, not a smoker.
Nope.
Well, pot smoker.
Yeah, no, I was say,
Pot
he's a smoker.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
pot smoker.
he's had every possible issue with his lungs, but he's still gonna smoke to the day he
I know,
dies.
fucking stubborn. That was mine too. It was like all the way till the end.
Oh
Like,
yeah, my
cool.
father, he'll definitely with everything that's happened.
But
it's
to be,
cigarettes.
to be fair, he's only had two vices that I know of in life, and that is cigarettes and Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, he's still
Coca-Cola,
He's a
yeah.
coke
Go,
addict.
good,
Yeah.
cola.
He
Yeah,
was
he's a
definitely
Coke
heavily
addict.
addicted.
Oh,
addicted to
yes,
that.
yeah,
Is he
yeah.
on at least on the Coke Zero?
Oh God, no.
Oh shit!
No.
Fuck no.
Fucking Christ.
Well, it's one of
Zero.
those things. I
That's
gotta even I
crazy.
like it's. I've even talked with my siblings in the past because back when he was having, getting old challenges and things, we're like, should we start trying to push him to like quit smoking?
Yeah.
And I always love it because we all just kind of look at one another going, who has the balls to try and do this?
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like that. Remember that intervention scene in Rescue Me when they try to get Tommy to quit drinking by doing an intervention, and then he's like, "Fuck you, you're an alcoholic." And you fucking there, just like,
Come on,
what,
what are you doing?
Yeah. That's exactly the defense your dad would have.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah. He wouldn't even. He'd just be like, "Okay, you try and stop me."
Yeah, go ahead.
Ah, fuck. Good
Yes.
playback.
That's true. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, your dad is a bit of an enigma that way, for sure. But he's a tough guy.
Yeah.
So, what are some of your favorite moments with your dad? Do you guys remember?
I remember one time.
Mm.
I remember a couple times, but specifically one time.
Yeah.
We went out to BC
Mm-hmm.
to visit my dad's brother, who he had been estranged from for most of his life.
Yeah.
And so we're out in the mountains and stuff, and we decided to go skiing in the mountain because it's the Rocky Mountains. You go ski in the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
So I don't know, have you guys ever been skiing like in the mountains? Not just
on mountains. Yeah. We've been other places other than Boulder. Yes.
Okay. So have you ever been somewhere that's so high that there's 2 chairlifts to get to the top?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we take the first chairlift.
Uh-huh.
We get pretty high. I mean, it's pretty high in the first chairlift.
Yeah.
I agree.
But my old man's like, "Oh, let's go to the top, the tippy top."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fuck no, I'm not going." I'm like 11 years old, 12. I'm like, "Fuck no, I'm not going all the way."
Yeah,
up
you
there.
want
This is
just
like,
the
this
nice,
is
the fun
intimidating
one.
enough.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I'm gonna go up there." Right. So he goes up there and he starts skiing down, and he fucking takes a tumble. And well, obviously, like in Looney Tunes, when somebody's like falling down a hill or a mountain or something, there's like a big arms and legs.
Yeah,
So it was like
snowball
like
and
fucking
dust,
arms,
yeah.
legs, fucking ski, fucking poles, and fucking.
Shit.
Yeah, that was a good time.
man.
He was pretty sore after
He
that. I
must
think he was
have
like he
sucked.
was probably my age,
Oh shit.
like that I am now.
It kind of makes you realize how kind of badass our dads were when you realize what they were doing at our age. Like,
Fuck, man.
Jeez.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
Oh, God, no. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But it is one of those great memories because, even I've done that where I'm like, oh, God, like, I'm 44. Shit, yeah. Wait a minute. I remember I had my dad's 40th birthday party.
I
and
know.
was,
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Oh, my God. And I was in college. Fuck.
Yeah. No, fuck. I was 9. I would have been 9 or 10.
It's crazy.
I'm starting to think about it. It's like I have good memories with my dad too, but the ones that seem to stick out are the ones where he hurts himself. Because I'm thinking,
I got a lot of those too in my head.
I'm
about my
thinking
dad,
about
yeah.
another time when I got 2 that are good stories.
Yeah.
So one time he was going to check the mail, and our house had like there was no front door to the house. Both of the entrances were on the side of the house.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So there's this big staircase, like fucking huge staircase up to the kitchen door, which was the one we frequented the most. So he decided he was going to go check the mail outside in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And the wintertime back home is lots of ice. Very much ice.
Very much ice.
And he had these
Like a rink's worth.
like dude. Not even kidding. He had these slippers that were leather.
Yeah.
Right? They were like made out of like moose hide or some shit.
Yeah, like
And
moccasins.
Like, yeah, they were fucking moccasins, yo. And
Mahogany moccasins.
mahogany
That's a bad name right there.
yeah.
Why do I think they're native? Anyways, go on.
But yeah, I should suggest that to some friends back home. So they were really worn in.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like when leather
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
really worn,
Yeah,
it gets
yeah.
smooth.
I got a pair now that's kind of like that. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
He decided to go outside to check the mail, and the
Yeah.
mail was like halfway down the steps.
Oh shit.
And he got like 3 steps down
Oh,
and
no.
went fucking literally the definition of ass over tea kettle. Pretty sure his fucking knee touched his forehead,
Oh, ouch.
and he came literally
Oh,
crawling
God.
back up the
Oh,
stairs.
God.
And I'm like, I think I was like 14 or 15, and I felt bad because I have empathy and I'm a human and I'm not a sociopath. But I had to run around the corner because I was laughing a little bit.
Yeah.
But then he like literally, and he like the bruise he had, man, went from like his ass to his fucking knee.
Oh,
The next day was like just
ouch.
purple, just
Oh.
purple. And then another time when I was 6 or 7, he used to be a pilot for the Ministry of Natural Resources. So he like flew float planes and shit like that, right? We were down at the ministry docks one day, and he was, I don't know, doing something, and I was always allowed to go up and play in the airplanes because you couldn't turn them on or whatever without
Sure.
Yeah,
properly doing it. So, pretend I'm flying or whatever. And he was moving a ladder on a dock, and there was a cement wall beside the dock that came up like 3 feet.
Mm.
And he's moving a ladder, and he slipped or something, and he jammed the ladder, his fingers between the ladder and the wall.
Ow.
And he goes, "You gotta go call mom." I'm like, I look at him and say, "Why you gotta go call mom?" He looks at me, and his fucking finger is hanging off. I think it was like 1 or 2. I can't remember, but it's like literally like
nice.
hanging off like skin
Oh,
by skin,
nice.
man.
God damn.
Nice.
So I
God
fucking
damn.
obviously run in, call mom. They go to the fucking doctor, stitched him up. He can his fingers are fine.
No problem.
You can't
eh?
even tell.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't even tell like in his
Wow.
fingernails or anything where
Nice.
there was any sort of anything.
Damn.
But yeah, man,
That's crazy.
so much blood.
Everywhere.
So much blood.
So
Yeah.
But
much.
I don't know why it's like I think of it almost like I don't know, it sticks in my head because it is kind of funny.
Well, it's an imprinting
retrospect,
moment.
yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Right.
It is funny
Because
because
he
it's
didn't
hilarious.
he heard it,
Didn't
but he's
die.
not
Exactly.
he didn't die. He
But
didn't
also,
permanently,
too,
he
like,
didn't, like
All of it's folly, right? So you're gonna it's hilarious
It was like
objectively, but it's
real life
it's
slapstick.
it's painful. It's painful due to your connection.
yeah.
But objectively, it's fucking hilarious,
Yeah.
right? Like if you were to see, I
It's
hate to say-
nostalgia. Again, had it ended
Right.
differently where he lost his
Yeah.
fingers, got infected, had to cut his hand off, less
Exactly.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you saw a video of it to happening at some random dad on YouTube, you'd laugh your ass off.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? That's
See,
the
I
thing.
wouldn't. I always find that's one of those things I do not grok with people today. Is why would you like? 'Cause I've heard stories, not that I've seen it, and maybe you can point out how I'm wrong. Where there's videos where like literally like guys missing like his hand and going, take a video. Like, does this
Oh.
actually happen?
Not typically amongst men. You do get like
Probably to
certain
document
things.
it.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
document it. You do get certain things like certain people that will be like, "Oh, this really bad situation, got fired from work or something like that," and then they're posting about it, something like that. But like usually injuries like that, I don't think so. I'm
Okay,
hoping.
good.
I'm hoping once you're in that kind of state, you're like, so
Yeah,
far
Yeah,
from
when
that.
it's an
I,
act.
Hopefully.
I don't think I would have whipped out had we had cell phones back then. I don't think I would
Yeah.
have whipped out my cell phone and been like, "Yeah, my old man lost his fingers."
Here's some
Yeah, I don't
pictures.
think so. No.
Now, don't
no.
get me wrong, because I've
It would
even
have been
done
caught
this
on
with,
like home foot, like a security camera or
Yeah.
something.
Right.
I've even done this with Curtis, my lovely son, where he cut off the tip of his finger. Once we were in the hospital, everything had been attended to. I took a pic of it then.
Oh,
Oh yeah, something like
I
that.
see.
But yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know. It's instantly funny to
it's
me.
like seeing the
and I'll point
consequences
it
of
out.
slapstick comedy in real life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what would happen if
If
you
You
know
did buy an
Actually-
Acme thing.
if Buster Keaton did, yeah. if you did buy that, fuck. But yeah, it was like a snowball, man. That
Hilarious.
was like one of my most vivid memories
Wow.
of that ski trip.
That's
It was
great.
fucking. Yeah, it was great.
I have a similar memory
guy.
with my father going down. I can't remember the exact age on the hill in one of the oh fuck, what do you call the thing? The tubes. One of the big round tubes that your family gets in.
Tubes,
The tube, yeah,
Inner-
tube
like
park, whatever you call
inner
it.
tube,
I didn't
Yeah.
do like
Tube.
Any rate, we're getting down, up and down, and my father, he
water
is-
park or sledding?
Oh, sledding.
Oh,
Like,
okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So at any rate, we're all as a family having fun. He is not a spinner. He does not like things spinning because he gets sick. Of
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah, right.
he's always asked the people at the top, "Hey, no spinning, no spinning." You know how they often ask you, "Hey, do you want to push or twist any of these
and
things?"
they don't fucking listen to you. I fucking hate those assholes. Go on.
Yeah, one time, and I think it's the last time I've ever seen my father on one of these things. For whatever reason, the dude didn't even listen, and he did one of the full spins. By the time we got to that bottom, my father was crawling away from it, about to puke, totally unresponsive. Other than, if I feel better, I'm gonna go kill that fucker.
Yeah, I would have probably been the same way.
You know what I would have done? I would have went back fucking up there, puked all over.
Yeah,
him.
right?
Fuck
I
you.
think if he could have, he probably would have.
Oh,
because
yeah.
He was.
a dill hole.
My father was gone
I
for
get
a good
fucking-
half an
I
hour.
get fucking dizzy when Taylor fucking runs around me. I have to look like up when
Yeah.
he does it. I can't look at him because then it's like just like.
I wonder about these people that like that motion. Like, what is wrong with you?
Oh, it's like
Oh.
anything. It's like people with hot sauce, shit of this nature. Because I'm like my father in that sense. Like, a dash of pepper, no more, because I don't want to burn
That's
my
true.
mouth out.
I know.
Yeah.
See, I
true.
can do the hot. No, it's definitely the movement any like jostling or sudden movement nowadays is.
I do agree with the nowadays because I used to love roller coasters, things like that.
Yeah.
And now this is going back 2-3 years ago, but when we did the family adventure out to Florida and all that, wow, yeah, I cannot do them at all anymore.
No, I wouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm.
I didn't realize how rough I was with them now. Like I think I did 1 or 2, and then I was like, I'm out.
I gotta do one more run to Cedar Point before I die. That I gotta do. But I think I'm kind of with you guys on that level. And
Yeah.
speaking of roller coasters, it reminds me of a great story I remember about my dad. It's a bit long, so I'll try to cut some of the details off. But basically, one summer he took me to Cedar Point, and my brother, for reasons, wasn't coming with us. And we ended up going there for like 2 days. And my dad, I know, hard to believe, but he was an alcoholic. And when I when I think about these stories, I realize I think I was raised by a bit of a wild man, just because some of
A bit?
Yeah,
I love your father,
I know.
but
Yeah. No, I think so. I mean, this feels like a trend for certain stories involving my father. But I remember he was really pushing to go on rides, and we'd pretty much go on a roller coaster, and then we'd stop every time there was an opportunity to have a beer. So he was feeling it throughout the
How
day.
the fuck could he go on roller coasters drinking beers, man?
He was
I'm
a
just
pro.
I'm just
He's
thinking
old school
about it.
drunk.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking about it. I'm like, ugh.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's hard enough being high and doing it, let alone fucking
Right?
let alone
Fuck.
fucking drunk. Yeah. So anyways, so we finally went on what's it called? Magnum? It's called the Magnum. It's an older ride there. But on it, it's like you're sitting in a booth, and you're supposed to have like a bar that goes over, and then you got like a seatbelt.
oh yeah, your standard.
Yeah, standard
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. And he was so fucked up. Like I couldn't believe they let us on there, and I had to convince them because they were like, "Well, we think you might be out of shit." But like, he's like, "I don't want to go." I'm like, "Okay, he'll be fine." He's like, "Okay, well, let him just go this one time, and then you guys kind of go."
Yeah,
sober up." I'm like,
yeah.
okay, cool. So, all right, fine. And he's fucking fumbling with the
Seatbelt.
seatbelt. I couldn't get it done up as I'm fumbling with the word. Hilarious. Anyways, so we go on the ride, and everything's going fine. And he's fucking whatever, and he's feeling like, "Oh, it's gonna be fun," being all stupid, whatever. And as we're coming up to the apex, and we're coming down, he's like, "Oh shit, son!" I go, "What's that?" He goes, "I realized I didn't get my seatbelt." I'm like, "No, what the fuck?" And he puts his
What?
hands up, and then we actually got a picture of it with both of us our hands up. The seatbelt's flying in the wind.
Oh, fuck
And he's
off.
got a fucking shirt that says "shit happens" on it. It's like perfectly sums
And
up
it just so
my
happened
father
he
and our
also
relationship.
shit his pants.
and yeah, well, he did get sick. Like he was fucked
Oh,
up. Like
fuck
he was
yeah.
like, "Holy shit!"
Ugh.
Like he was like,
Oh, he
so-
did.
Oh
too?
yeah.
Fuck.
He was so drunk. Like we should not have been on that ride. It was also a different time, right? Like I would have been like 15 years old at that time, I think.
Well, yeah,
So-
it's anything like yeah.
Yeah, but just a story. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, I have a good story. I have a good one in that sense of one of those wonderful moments where you're just you click with your father and realize he's a person, and
Right.
you click, and it helping him. He was doing some work, sort of third party help work on network setup for car training, something or other. I can't remember what it was, but at any rate, yeah. So I spent all night with him, and we're sitting there cutting network cords, threading them through the walls, setting up the routers, the machines. Like again. It was just one of those stupid fun. Fuck, I love that. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Just
Just that
it was
bonding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just, and again, it was another joke because again, going back in time. But of course, he's like, "Okay, son, just remember, I'm gonna sit here and have cigarettes in a no smoking place. I won't tell anyone if you don't tell anyone." I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "And what I mean by that is you can have your cigarettes too."
I was gonna say, how does that work?
yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna do something in a spot, and if you don't tell anyone, I won't tell. But I don't get anything. But
Yeah.
then you said, this.
yeah, it's because at the
Yeah.
time I was a smoker, but I still, for the longest time, even I never felt comfortable smoking around and right in front of them for some.
Yeah.
I just never did.
We never did smoke around our parents. Back then.
Not really. No.
I smoked around my dad. I didn't smoke around my mom though.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I think I had the mentality of, you're a smoker, fuck you.
I don't think I started
I
smoking
did in older
in front
age,
of my
yeah.
dad until maybe 20, probably.
Yeah, I was
wow.
definitely in my 20s.
Yeah.
That would be the age I think I first smoked around my mom, was like 19 or 20 or something.
Yeah. Like
Because even when I moved back in with him, and I moved out like officially like 19, I still smoked out when I was hanging out with my friends and stuff like that. I wasn't smoking like in my place.
Right.
I think he probably knew. I was just like, whatever. Not gonna. I'm not gonna rock any boats, sort of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a story I've already shared, but I'll just share it again because we're someone on the topic. Where I always remember you and me going out for just a cigarette. My father freaking out thinking we went for a joint.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hilarious, and he was happy that it was
fuck.
just us going out for a cigarette. Yeah, no, we just went out for a cigarette, Dad. Oh, okay. One of those great
Wow.
moments. Just
No, he was
there.
always good to us. He's
Yeah, like most people. Again, my kids will say similar things to me about me, I'm sure. But it was just, my father is a good guy, good father, but he has his isms.
Oh yeah, he's an asshole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He is.
he's an
Like,
asshole.
and even he would
Through and
admit
through.
this. Yeah.
Same with mine. My dad's
Yeah.
a fucking right asshole.
Yeah.
Just
So
that's-
it's just,
I also like. I'm not trying to make excuse or anything like that. It's definitely the generation. You know what I mean? Like they had a harder edge because I think they had to have one.
Oh yeah. My old
Yeah.
man was born in the
Oh,
50s.
Same
man.
thing. Yeah. Your dad still got an edge to him.
1950.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
haven't seen your dad in a while, but the last time I did, still had an edge to him. You know what I mean? Like I think it just comes from, where they come from. You know?
yeah, to a certain extent. Again, it's life in general, those different
course.
things, how they
We're in a
spin,
softer
twist.
time now. You know what I mean?
I'd like to figure out at what
Ish.
age, because I never noticed it, when people, take my dad for, they stop having the will to learn.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Like my dad's always been like I've always considered him a fairly intelligent guy.
Hmm.
But lately, I mean, he's 75 this year. So lately it's been like, hey, this is how you do something. but it's easier. He's trying to get Facebook on his new phone today. Right? And he accessed it through the internet or whatever, like the actual internet app.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, just let's do it this way. Oh, but I did it this way. But no, the way I'm gonna do it for you is easier, and you don't have to sign in every time, and it's just easier with your phone. Yeah. Oh, it took me like 10 minutes to convince him of that. It took me 3 years to convince him to get him. No, I didn't even convince to get him a new phone. Fucking, he had a phone so old that they were like, no, by next year it's not going to be compatible with their system anymore. And if you don't upgrade by this date, we're going to charge you
Hilarious.
$75 to upgrade.
Hilarious.
Oh,
So finally, it was like, okay, here's your fucking options, man.
Yeah, forced into the future.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, it's I don't get like when do parents stop like having the will to learn? Can they not retain new information, or
Well, maybe
get it.
partially.
No,
I know
maybe.
from my perspective, too, and I'm sure my kids say this about me, like TikTok and shit of this nature. Like, I don't grok it. I cannot.
I don't know if I'd consider that learning.
But it is. It's
No,
a difference. It's a
that's-
change. You're right.
Mm.
Fine. Maybe not learning, but it is a
Sure.
difference. It's a change. It's
Right.
no different than the phone having me different. I have to
But
do it
why-
this way.
but why are you not accepting
I would
of
say-
the change?
Because
Oh, that's a
again,
good point, actually.
yeah, in this case, it's not my cup of tea. Yeah.
For sure. But here's the thing: you're spending your skill points differently, right? You're using them.
I like that.
You like
Nice.
that, eh?
That was
You're
good.
using them to learn your piano. You're using them. You're learning new things in various means outside of that, right? I've thought about this too. Why I am not accepting to change to changing into another social platform, if you will, onto TikTok, is because I don't feel like it's going to be a valuable use of my time in the long term. So I don't want to use that on a regular basis, knowing full well I'm on Instagram. I check out the Facebook. I'm on YouTube. You know what I mean? And then there's another one. So it's like, I don't want to do that. I'd rather hopefully take that energy and put it on something else. So that's my perspective.
I understand it not being a valuable use of the majority of your time,
Mhm.
but like, what about when you're pooping?
I
What do you? It's like you
I
don't
read
have
books.
to. You not every single second of every single day has to be productive.
No, and that's
you're
why-
already being productive taking a shit.
Sure, and I
That's
watch.
what Reddit's for.
I do. I'm unproductive when I'm watching YouTube. You know what I mean? Like I am unproductive. I have my moments, but I like to read when I'm
But-
taking a shit.
but
You know what I
see,
mean? I like to do other things.
But see, you do things like, and you can't tell me you don't do it because I have proof. You send me Instagram reels and Facebook reels and shit
Yeah.
like that. It's the same thing.
sure, yeah.
It's
Um,
the exact
I don't-
same
and
thing as
again-
going to reels on Facebook.
And if it's the same thing, why do I
and
need another
scrolling
one?
Up and down. That's a good point because it is all the same fucking
Right.
videos.
So what's the
and
point
shit.
then? What do I need another one to get ready for the next platform that's going to come through? That's going to take over. So
The reason
makes sense.
I prefer it because I don't
Yeah.
do the Facebook reels or the Instagram reels.
Like I don't even have notifications on my
I
from
just-
these things either, right?
I prefer. Yeah, neither do I. I prefer the user interface experience
Sure.
of TikTok
There you go.
over the other two. So that's why I do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean,
But yeah, I don't have
for what it's worth, and
notifications for Instagram or TikTok or anything.
I don't take away the benefit of TikTok. That's why you follow us on TikTok at SD Shorts and SD Productions, because we do have a TikTok account that we have some things on, right?
TikTok.
But I mean, I do see the value in it. It's just not something I want to consume, right? I also don't really want to consume much of the other ones either. I do send things because I'm on there for a little bit seconds, but I try to catch myself and like, all right, maybe I should go and work on something.
Is it when
else.
you're pooping?
No, it's not. I'm usually reading something.
Sociopath.
I am a Reddit. Yeah, I admit.
Yeah, I'm usually reading something.
I'm
that
usually a Reddit guy.
Yeah,
I like Reddit.
yeah.
So I guess I'm not a big
Typically.
reader though in the first place. I prefer visual media
Sure.
Hmm.
too.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's cool.
I guess isn't reading. I guess
Comic
reading
books.
could be visual.
This is true. Yeah.
Typically is.
Yeah, typical.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Unless
I
you're
mean,
blind.
unless
Maybe
you're
lately,
blind.
maybe it is more audio. I don't know.
And audio. Well,
Yeah,
that's not really reading though, is it?
Kind of, sort of, kind of.
No, I wouldn't consider
Isn't,
audio.
yeah,
reading.
because isn't reading the act of reading,
Reading.
like
Reading is like
the actual
reading.
verb
Yeah.
reading?
Yeah.
Something of this
So-
nature. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I listen to things and watch things.
Yeah.
This is true. Yes, yes.
Yes.
That is how I consume my.
Though I will
media.
say, like when I look at my kids and they like already, because yeah, they're huge into the Reddit. They do the phone stuff. So they watch the videos, all that stuff, and yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
They run up to me and show me stuff like that's. I know
Yeah.
I'm getting old by that alone.
Yeah, and you know what I do? It's funny you say, "Oh, TikTok for this thing," and you do send me some TikTok reels sometimes, and I can't play them. But you know what I do? I go find it through another thing so I can
Yeah.
watch it. I was like,
U-
all right, fine.
Usually, what I do
I'm gonna
nowadays,
download it.
if there's a TikTok reel I really think you need to see, I'll screen record it
Sure.
and then send you the video
I
of
think
the
I'll
screen
see. Yeah,
recording.
exactly.
It's funny to hear you
Yeah.
say that. I have a friend who does this quite often because he subscribes to basically all these things, and you know you
Yeah.
have to be subscribed or blah 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 blah. So he's got into that habit. Yes, he just screen records and he happily shares
Hilarious.
it. It is hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know, there's a good example of turning into old men.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I felt like I don't. If my memory serves me right, I feel like my dad was like not learning. I guess early on, it felt like when I was really young, when I was 12, 13. But I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure he was learning. It just felt weird to see certain frustrations come on him. I remember trying to convince him to get a fucking computer. It's the dumbest conversation that went on for months, for fucking months.
How old were you? How old was he?
Oh, I was like, this was 19 years old.
Oh yeah.
I was 19. This was 99.
Yeah, I think I was.
This was like, it wasn't like when computers weren't common.
I remember I was 14 or something like
And
that.
the funny thing is, my dad was like, we could talk about these. There's are fun moments where you and your dad butt heads, where he was like, oh, computers are going to take over me and all this. I was like, what are you talking about? Like,
Well, you've seen Terminator.
yeah, see, I know,
That's so
exactly.
funny. I'll tell
But
you
like
my
he was
experience
so
after,
thing,
but
and
yeah.
he was getting mad about like computers taking over his job because he's a very proud construction worker, rod buster, shadow time workers, and all that stuff. But like I'm like, it's just relax, like it's inevitable, like chill out. But he was like really pissed at it. And then it's funny when he finally adopted it, he got into like online poker and he started doing other stuff. I'm like,
Nice.
oh, see, totally.
Yeah, when we got a computer, it was the same fucking conversation. It was like, oh, I don't need that. I'm never gonna use that. Computers are gonna do this, that, and the other thing, and then slowly gets into it, slowly.
Yeah.
Now you cannot take him away from his iPad.
But the
Yeah.
irony for
His
us was,
iPad is like
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And the irony for us is my dad loved video games. Like he was a pinball wizard. Like he fucking was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
man. And then we play video games all the time. So it's like, why would you have such an issue? Well, like it's not that
True,
far of a
it's
hop, skip, and
different.
jump.
Is it the computer or is it the internet that he was scared of?
No, we weren't. Really, no, I think it was more the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
I think it was.
different.
You know what it is? Fear, man. Didn't understand it.
I think
Yeah.
my old man was scared of the internet because computers. I know computers were incorporated into airplanes
Right.
and whatnot, right? So,
Yeah, the internet's scary. Scary.
but
Yeah.
There's
but
two
the
now.
interwebs. Ooh.
Yeah, in my case, it's very different. My father is a computer nerd.
Yeah,
More
he
back
adopted
then.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, computers from day one. I remember getting the XT installed back in like 86.
Fuck.
Yeah, he was.
That's crazy to
huge
think
into
about,
it.
dude.
Internet, all these things. Yeah, he was.
Did he
the
have
leader.
like the internet where you had to like take the phone and put it on the cradle?
So no, we didn't have that one, but I do remember. Yeah, it was the old 9600. You would listen to it, call, do the whole fun. But
Oh,
he had
yeah.
a dedicated phone line for all that
Mhm.
way,
Yeah, so
way,
did
way
we.
back. Yeah. It was full tilt. Now,
Yeah,
somewhat
that
on
was
topic.
Never happening in my house.
Somewhat on our topic, though, my stepfather. So Todd.
Oh yeah.
So back when I got my first actual computer and we had internet, part of the stipulation, since, and again, as much as I hate to say this, my parents did pay for the computer, so they were allowed to use it even when it was in my room, and there was nothing evil or bad, except
for the porn.
no. Well, to my knowledge, there was
That
no
was all
porn.
on a zip disk.
And to be honest, come on,
Yeah.
I porned it just as much. But anyway, more what I found amusing was Todd. He would find random things on the internet, and what did he do? He printed them. And he would then leave them for me on the keyboard to share.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I know. And even then, I'm talking like this would have been
I
90s.
wish you saved those.
Well, fuck, they're
Oh
long gone.
my god!
But it's even one of those things, like, even in the 90s when he's doing this, it's like, Todd, you could have just saved the bookmark. Like, it's
That
a
is the
computer.
most-
Bookmark didn't showed me.
That is the most fucking dad thing I've ever heard.
It
Just
is.
like
Yeah.
printouts
Oh.
because you know it took him like 20 minutes to
Oh,
print
yeah,
out
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking page.
Yeah. And he always stapled it like it was a neat print. Like, it was just, it fucking made me
hilarious.
laugh.
So ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that
Very much a Todd thing.
it's
Fuck.
even better when you know Todd. Like the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
character he is. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
he's definitely was. No, this is how he did it. I even think I tried once to say you could just save or bookmark. And,
Right.
yeah, that
No.
it never clicked. Either way.
Like a fucking like a cat and dog leaving you trophies.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't care
I've
about
on
the.
the internet.
I think it's the only
Oh
thing we
my
used that
God.
printer for was so Todd could print websites.
That's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
The full
Oh shit.
print screen
Yeah,
button,
yeah,
so it's got
I'm
the
sh-
border,
Yeah.
the Netscape Navigator logo.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Mhm.
Oh wow, that is beautiful.
My
That's-
my old man would always want to jam with us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'd always get stoned.
Oh, that's great
Oh,
too.
no.
But
Oh shit.
he only knows, like, he knows how to play all the chords and stuff. He's kind of like me, where if you put a chord book in front of me, I could play songs,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But I know very few
Actual
memory.
chords.
off by heart.
Got it. Yeah.
No, I know the chords, but it's just like I know very few off by heart without reading.
Oh, I
the
see.
music
I see.
for it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's different than drums. With drums, it's like I could just
Just figured.
play
Yeah.
a billion songs.
Right.
A
billion.
Yeah, I'm
You have
sorry,
to- you gotta-
999 million.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna get it to Guinness World Book of
998,
Records, you got to
okay.
be accurate.
But he'd always want to play. Was it All Along the Watchtower?
Hmm.
I Shot the Sheriff, and that's it.
So your dad was Randy from South Park.
Yeah, kinda.
Gartario.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he'd come.
Hey guys, you want to see me play? Want to play? I'll play a real song for you guys.
We'd be all
Play a real song.
stoned in the
Yeah.
basement, and he'd come down.
Let's play "Carry On, Wayward Son."
I'm gonna play. You want to play a song?
You play that?
Could you jam with you guys?
Dude. Dude.
I mean, the first
Carson
couple
and Brian.
times it's like yay, and then like
Sure.
the third or fourth time it's like no. And the thing it's hard too because when you're musicians who are playing together, you kind of where you're going,
Yeah.
right? And then to have just some
Random.
dude come down and be like, "Oh, I want to jam with you guys," and you start jamming. He's like off time, and he's kind of in his own. He's got Pete time. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is kind of hard, man. Like, yeah, yay.
Yeah.
Hey, we're together.
But we're gonna jam now. Goodbye. We're working on stuff, right? I love
Oh,
you.
man.
And
I love you. Get out.
fuck off, please. And of course,
Yeah.
you're 16 years old trying to jam with your friend.
Of course.
Oh,
not
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about that
And
shit.
you're like,
yeah.
Dad, stop embarrassing me.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, the only like 3 songs he knew. He hasn't played guitar in forever, but yeah, he'd pick it up and just. I shot the sheriff.
Oh.
Dude, again.
Oh shit.
But yeah,
That's
he'd
hilarious.
do shit like that. I remember one time. We were. This was my first time doing mushrooms. We were. I was downstairs with my brothers and one of their buddies, and they're like, "Oh, I got some mushrooms." And my dad comes down and he's like, "Oh, you guys got mushrooms? Cut some." So they gave him some mushrooms or whatever, and I had some fucking just a little bit. Like in this day and age, what I took would have been like a microdose.
Yeah,
right.
But it was my first time, or whatever. So, and again, the whole "Hey, let's jam," because he's all fucking high, and we're all fucking stoned. "Hey, let's jam." Well, we don't have enough amps, man. Oh, let's go over to fucking buddy's place and grab an amp.
Fuck. I think we're sick, Dad.
So he fucking, we had a pickup truck, and it was just one. I didn't even have a back seat. It was just one bench seat Ford F-150 pickup trucks. Right?
Oh yeah,
So there's
Old school.
two in the front, and then me in the box. And it was cool to do this in our town, small town.
Sure.
right?
Back in the day, yeah.
And he comes outside and he looks up, goes, "Look at the moon, guys! Look at the." And he calls in from my mom, "Bernice, come look at the moon." And I look at him and said, "Dad, I don't think she's gonna see what you're seeing, dude, because she wasn't on mushrooms."
She might have an
I'm
opinion.
like, "Dude, she's not gonna see what you're seeing, my guy."
Dad tripping balls trying to fucking mix with reality.
Oh,
Holy
man,
shit.
it's so funny. I always enjoy when he's on mushrooms or weed.
Yeah.
He's a dick when he's drinking. Like he's
Yeah. Mine
like,
was
he's
such
a
a fucking prick.
dick when he's drinking, man.
My
And
dad
you know
was
what?
really
I don't
fun
care if
high
he,
though
I don't
on
care if
weed.
he hears this. He's an asshole when he's drunk.
Yeah.
Smoke more weed, Dad. Eat your gummies. Fucking munch your fucking mushrooms.
Yeah, real quickly. I'll shout out my dad. That was his biggest fucking problem was drinking. But he got sobered up for the last 10 years of his life. It was really,
That's great.
really
Yeah.
fucking awesome that he got.
That's good that you got
experience that
to
life.
spend
Oh,
time with
yeah.
him sober.
Hell yeah.
For the last
Yeah.
part of his life.
It made a big difference because he was cool high. Like really, he was really fucking cool.
Yeah,
He
it's like my
was
old man.
So fun, like
Yeah.
so hilarious, like, and it's funny now. I know, like my sense of humor is clearly rooted in
Right,
his. You're
right.
Like, yeah, like I know I've expanded, but I can tell where.
Oh,
the
you
jokes-
grew out of.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
for sure.
100% same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm adopted. So
Well,
Right?
yeah.
So
Well,
that's
I think
it's-
still
it's-
the
it's-
energies are still there.
that's a
you know what I mean?
nurture
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's beautiful to kind of think about, but yeah, like to see him drink is like, holy shit, this guy's a fucking maniac. And he was like, my dad was a fighter too. He was a scrapper. I don't, sometimes he was a badass. Sometimes you're like, he's just a right jackass.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, my dad's more verbal,
Oh yeah, no.
a verbal asshole.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah. My dad was too. That was a problem. Like, you think my mouth is big?
Oh, yeah, well,
like his
fuck.
would have been bigger. And then
I've
on
been
top
around
of it,
you
he's
when you're
smaller.
Especially considering his height.
Yeah, small guy, man. And then he'd fuck you up like Wolverine. It was nuts. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's with my dad. Because not a drinker, not drugs, but yeah, if he had that temper, that would just periodically just. Snap.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not like being around your dad because he's got that imposing stature too.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
like when he fucking frames up, it's like,
Yeah,
no,
he just-
I do not like that feeling.
It's one of those, and I still love my father, but it was just one of those things that, one of the things that caused me to want to spend less time is that it was just random. He would randomly
Yeah.
get pissed off at something, and he would destroy things.
Just be a total fucking
He would,
asshat.
yeah. So I think, it's one of those things. If if we could ever go back and he was able to take a suggestion, it'd be one of those. Take a moment, walk away, Dad. Come back.
Yeah, calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, my old man just yell at me.
Yeah, me and be like, Dad, don't be my ass again, please.
Well, but again, a lot of times when things would kind of go off the rails, it'd always be, what the fuck is he angry
Yeah,
about?
I know. I felt the same way. I would get shit for like bad grades, and I'm like, I don't understand how like a spanking or grounding is gonna make it bad. Like I don't like it doesn't make sense. Like,
Well, that was just it. Because
Yeah.
in my case, like at least, and again, I'm somewhat simplifying, I know, but like at least there's a reason.
sure.
One of my memories is always I was out, playing
Oh.
a sandbox. I played with 1,000 times my friends, came inside before I got in, did the shuffle the sand off, got inside, and I was taking my stuff off. And my dad loses his shit, starts throwing stuff at me.
Yeah,
To this day, why? I don't know.
yeah. Actually, I got a qualifying
Fuck.
story with that. Yeah. This fucking split us apart. This was so fucking stupid. I don't even know what happened. My dad, there was tension rising between us. I don't even know what over. I don't know if it's because I was turning like 16. You know what I mean? That kind of whatever. But he was really fucking dominating. He's being really assaholic. Also, women in his life were involved that may not have been treating right. Who knows what's going on? And there's this thing with washing dishes. It's so fucking stupid. And he would always say like, don't use the dishcloth or towel to dry like pots and pans because you get them like dirty. And I did this thing where on this particular day where I had to this day I don't even know what like caused it, where I had went to go use it or something. He saw it or he saw a mark on the thing. He freaked out. He went to go fight me. He was like, holy shit. We're at I was like, okay. I'm like, that's it. I got to move out for a little while, and
Yeah.
ended up rekindling like a little while later. But it's like, oh, I don't even know it was over. I don't even know what caused that sort of anger. But
I had moments like that with my mother, but yeah.
sure,
That was the conversation we had last month for Mother's Day.
that's true. That's right. Yeah, go back to that episode.
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah.
the only times it was why are you yelling at me was when he was drinking.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
always
Like,
drinking with mine.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It was always definitely the enhancer. Like it just made everything
yeah.
way fucking worse.
My dad also has this problem with not telling stories properly and to make himself out to be the good guy.
Yeah.
Um,
He's both the hero and the victim of his own story.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a fucking perfect example. So I used to be really bad at like returning movies and like after renting them and stuff like that. Like I'd have fucking like I'd go in and I'd be paying like fucking $80 worth of late charges and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. I was
pretty
bad.
nuts.
I was
Yeah.
bad.
Okay, if I was your father, I'd probably smack you.
No. Here's the cat.
Pay
Here's
for the
thing.
movie.
Here's the thing. Has nothing to do with the movie, but he'll tell you it does. He was fucking drinking, and his drinking goes from like a lot to none. It's either all or nothing.
Got it.
Right? He's got that kind of
Gotcha.
personality. He's an all or nothing kind of.
Yeah,
Kind of personality,
as soon as he
right?
has one beer, it's
It's
12
12
pack.
beer,
Yeah.
yeah. So he'd finished. I think it was 12 beer, and he used to drink Heineken, and we had separate phone
High
lines.
class drunk.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We had separate phone lines. So he calls me. He's like, "Are you going to return that movie?" I'm like, "No, not right now." He's like, "If you're going to return that movie, can you get me some beer?" Because they were close together. I'm like, "How many beer have you had in the past?" Fucking, it was like 2 hours since he bought beer. I'm like, "How many beers have you had?" "Oh, it's like 12. I'm like, "No, I'm not going to buy you more fucking beer.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
like-
you.
it's
If you
like
want
torture."
more beer, you can fucking walk."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the liquor store's not that far. You can fucking walk to the fucking beer
No, he
store.
can't. He's too drunk.
So he's like, "Well then, I'm just gonna drive to the fucking beer
Oh
store."
shit.
I'm like, "No, you're not." He's like, "Yeah, I am." I'm like, "You fucking get in that truck, I'll call the cops." He's like, "Fuck you," blah, blah, blah. Hangs up the phone and fucking I hear him leave the house, right? I'm like, I'm not gonna call
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cops. If he gets fucking busted, he gets busted. That's his own fucking fault, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was just an empty threat
Being stupid, yeah.
at that point. He calls me about half an hour later. Can you call Mom? I'm at the cop shop.
Oh no!
I'm like, what the fuck what happened? I drove into a house.
Oh shit!
Oh my
I guess
God.
it was a combination of like alcohol and the fact that his seat was again, it was one of those like bench seats like we're sitting
Yeah,
on
yeah.
right now,
Mm.
and the clips that hold it in from like
Yeah,
adjusting it or
Just
whatever,
support it, yeah.
I guess had broken. So he was going around a corner and they fucking the whole seat just slid
that
back
sucks.
and ripped the steering wheel out of his hand
Oh
and
shit!
careened into a fucking house.
And he just so happened to be drunk.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
So I just started laughing.
Oh no!
I was just laughing at him. I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" He's like, "Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
for beer.
Come on, I'm in jail." And yeah, so fucking
Oh,
called
fuck.
Mom, and I'm like, I said to her, "You gotta come pick me up." And she's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I get to see Dad walk out of jail.
Yeah.
He's never seen or will see me walk out of jail."
That's true, right? Like hope, yeah.
On my plan,
I'm not
My
drinking.
my life plans is never to walk out of jail.
That's right, yeah. That's what I'm trying to go for.
So, and obviously, your old man the whole life, don't do this, you go to jail. Don't
Yeah,
do that,
yeah,
you go
yeah.
to jail. So, obviously, I had to go and see it. But he,
not today. Not
he
today's
fucking,
dad.
he beat the rap though.
Yeah.
He fucking,
Oh my God. So many fucking jail stories.
because they breathalyze you, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it blew a warning on the side of the road, so like, okay, you got to come
Yeah.
in, and we'll hook you up to the big breathalyzer.
Yeah,
machine.
the official.
Well, they couldn't get the fucking operator to get in right
Oh,
away.
and by the
So
time
he sat in the fucking jail cell for like an hour and a half, 2
Yeah.
hours.
had nothing
Whoa.
to
And what
bring
he
it down.
did is he hyperventilated his lungs to get the fucking alcohol out from the bottom of his lungs. So when he blew the fucking thing, it wasn't. So he never blew,
Over.
like actually, like,
Lucky guy.
yeah.
Yeah, that is.
And the
lucky.
fucking house he drove into was like a buddy's, like, ended up being a buddy's place.
Yeah.
So he fucking just went through fucking insurance for that.
yeah.
Jesus
And yeah,
Christ.
there was like, it was fucking,
It was also
Wow.
a different time. Like,
He'll
Yeah, a way different time.
he'll
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you that he wanted me to return a movie.
That's brilliant.
Right? He won't cop to the fact that he
No,
called me for beer.
Beer,
Yeah,
no,
no,
it's
he
the
just
movie
wanted
plan.
you
I
to
wanted to
return.
go to one return, so I went and did
fucking
it
love
myself.
it.
I'm like, you fucking went and returned a movie 12 fucking beer deep
Oh my
by
God.
yourself. Fuck that.
I think of like
You don't even make yourself a sandwich.
so many embarrassing stories. I think of Jesus, being a fucking drunk everywhere. Every time there was a festival downtown, we were at the beer tent. Every
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
time.
I remember seeing your dad there.
Oh, it would never failed, never failed. And
Mind you, one thing I always give your dad credit.
yeah,
Again, like anybody, there was always that line, but he was usually a good guy to be around, even when he was drunk.
yeah.
Up until that magical.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just didn't know when that was gonna
No,
come. But when
it always
and then-
varied.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was
but
gonna
then when it
happen.
happens, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, then it was time to go home.
Yeah,
I'm done. Have
exactly.
fun. Sorry, Chris.
And I remember this one time. It was definitely time to go home, and he's cooked. And Josh and I are like fucking embarrassed because he's so drunk, and he's like, I gotta take a piss, and he won't go to the porta potties. He fucking trips over the little gate thing, goes to a tree, which is like in front of everybody. It's not like it's not like he's fucking out of the way. He thinks he's being fucking sneaky.
Yeah, sneaky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's not. He goes and pisses on the tree. And he's sitting there. Josh and I are just like, what the fuck?
Who
watching
is
him
this
from
strange
behind.
man? I don't know who he is.
No joke. He turns around. I don't think literally piss left his pants. He literally pissed himself everywhere.
Oh
There's
shit.
a fucking wet spot all over his jeans, and he's
Oh,
fucking
man.
walking like a drunken Beetlejuice. And then the whole fucking time he's like, "Okay, Chris, Josh, let's go." And we're like, "Are you fucking serious right
Are you
now?"
sure Beetlejuice wasn't modeled after your father?
I think there's certainly some similarities for sure.
Hey, son.
And I was just like, fucking Josh and I are trying to walk like 10, 15 paces behind her father as he's fucking down the one street
Weaving
like
up
this.
and
down
right?
the
fucking road.
I it's just like, I couldn't believe this. I was like, holy shit. Oh, God.
That's one of those things, actually. Yeah. Now that I'm trying to think. I don't know if my kids will ever have stories like this about me. I think I need to do some more work.
I think you do. I think you
Yeah,
got to
like-
go be
Oh
more
yeah,
of a
I know my
jackass.
kids will never have because
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
drink. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just one of those, like, I'm trying to think, like, they've seen me drunk, but oftentimes, like, I'm not drunk, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you
You're
got to
at-
beat him more.
You're at a
Yeah.
point where
Yeah,
you're
get that
able to
point.
compose yourself
Yeah.
enough to talk to children.
Well, and to be honest, I think I've even mentioned once upon a time already in the podcast where it's one of those, like, the days where I would get so drunk I'd be falling over. Yeah, that was like a long time
Pretty
ago.
much
Yeah.
over for me
Yeah,
too now.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong,
I can
I've
handle my
gotten
booze.
drunk, but not falling over drunk.
Yeah, I can drink.
Yeah.
But it's not even fun. Like
It's
it's fun in the moment.
Yes.
It's one of those in the moment things,
Yes.
right? It's like it's fun to a point, but then even that fun comes at a cost.
the
Oh, yeah.
aftermath always sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's only a cup of beer, it still sucks.
That's why I like weed.
Yeah.
Weed, I have to agree with. It's
Yeah.
one of those things that nowadays I am more apt to do, marijuana, that sort of
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
than I
yeah.
am to do alcohol. Though I will admit, now this has nothing to do with fathers. This is purely just me. I made pina coladas last night.
Fucking right. That's fucking.
Penis
Look at this masculine
I
man
did.
right here.
Oh,
Fucking
An
man.
right.
umbrella and a cherry and
Ooh,
all.
I happen to
Jesus.
be
did
at
you
the.
did you put cherry on one of those little swords?
No, I didn't go that far because we
Aw.
just happened to be at the dollar store. We had to pick something up, and they have the pina colada mix, and it's like
Oh,
$2.
ew. Oh, ew.
No,
Oh,
here's the
oh,
thing.
ew.
No,
I used to
no.
drink the fucking
No.
margarita
Oh,
mix. with
yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
No.
just tequila and that with ice.
I was actually kind of impressed. I actually enjoyed it. We had some rye at home still, so I made mine with rye. But yeah, it was just one of those. It's good.
There you go.
But I'm
Man,
sure
that-
my kids, they're laughing their ass off at me as I'm
Fuck.
sitting there making it at like 8 o'clock at night from the dollar store.
That reminds me of this dude back home when we were kids. Like, yeah, we all had our when we were kids, we had our kids booze, right? We'd go to the fucking store and get fucking, I'm gonna get a 40 of Old English because I'm cool.
Right,
And I had
right.
that one fucking friend who fucking, I don't know if they make them anymore. They used to sell fucking the pre-mixed fucking coolers in like the 2-liter bottles.
Oh,
It
yeah,
looked
yeah,
like an
yeah,
actual
yeah,
2-liter
yeah,
bottle.
I
yeah, yeah.
remember us buying
Oh,
them.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Fuck.
were probably the stupid Bahama Mama guys too. Fucking homeboy would fucking come.
We
with
would drink
literally,
whatever we
like,
get our
shopping
hands
bag.
on. Like,
Yeah.
holy
It's
shit.
like fucking 8 liters of
I think we
Bahama
got,
Mama
like-
walking into the
we
fucking
got
party.
not of those, the black cherry one. There's some really shitty fucking flavored one.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah,
about
we got
that
like
shit.
we guzzled those things so fast. We're fucking.
I almost want to have one just
Fuck.
for
I know.
nostalgia.
or baby duck.
Oh, fucking
You
baby.
guys ever
duck.
go for the baby duck?
I don't remember that one.
No, it's
No.
I'm
I remember
using
it. I don't.
I'm
have it
using
then,
the
though.
hardcorest air quotes for people who can't see. Obviously, it's wine.
Sure.
It's essentially like grape juice with fucking vodka in it or some shit.
Yeah.
One
And
of those.
it's
Gotcha.
it tastes like fucking
With
grape
4 tons of sugar.
It tastes
and
like
shits.
grape crush.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking gross. It's like at least at the time. This was back in what 1999 or some shit.
Yeah.
It was like $4 a bottle.
Yeah.
Or like $3 for like a fucking magnum
Fucking
of baby.
crazy.
Fuck that shit's gross.
Oh, gross. Yeah, no, we drink it all.
Or
Oh, yeah,
fucking
back then, fuck
TGI
yeah.
Fridays mudslides. You ever guys get into those fucking things?
Yeah, we drank some of those. We actually, the big thing we got into when we were like, I don't know, 17, 18, were the not mudslides, the paralyzers.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Those were we got into pretty heavy because we were going to a couple of bars underage and we're like, oh, the paralyzers. And then we were
Paralyzer.
making them at home and fucking getting fucking right trashed.
The big thing I remember: Long Island iced tea.
Oh,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
made the best ones, dude. Holy shit.
I may have made the best ones, but it has now become one of those things. I could just,
I could never.
no, we
It's
drink
fucking- you're-
so much.
It's pretty much just the bottle of booze in the fucking glass. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
it was so good.
It was good. Oh,
Oh, sugar in a
now I
bottle.
kind of wish.
Oh.
No, yeah, it's one of those. I would like to have maybe just like a sip of
You
one,
know,
but that's enough.
I had this experience a few weeks back. I ended up going to like a party, and I was late, so everyone was kind of already doing the drinking thing. So I just smoked weed.
You
the whole
were
time.
late.
Well, it's just because I was working late. That's right. It was late. I wasn't late. It was late. That's what it was. They didn't even know I was coming. So, but I was smoking, and I felt like it was still a great time, even though I didn't fucking drink shit. And I kept up with the pace. And then the next morning, I woke up and I got on with my day.
Right.
It was really wonderful.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you know, where I don't mind drinking. I love drinking. I really hope we get a chance to go and have some drinks sometime, something like that. But I want it to be more like special occasion-y, you know, for things that where, yeah, if we got to lose a day, there's a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So I,
No.
I actually agree because don't get me wrong. Do I have the odd beverage? Yeah.
Sure,
Generally,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, if I'm out and about, that sort of thing. If I'm at home, chill, bored, I just don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to the weed side.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't know. I mean, I guess I can't speak for Dave, but because I assume because his children are older than mine, you guys can lose a day. I can't really lose. I can't.
Well,
like,
that's the thing. Like
you can
but
put
no,
stuff.
no.
You can stop. You
Can't.
can not do that.
Can't lose it. Like if you're gonna lose it, it's got to be worth it. That's the difference.
But I have a 9-year-old autistic child and a 2-year-old. I can't
Okay.
be hungover.
Yeah, no. I do understand where
Yeah.
you're coming from because Dave of 10 years ago, far less likely to do anything without proper planning.
But more often to do it. Interesting enough.
But now, my kids they can take care of themselves. But
Right,
even
yeah,
then, I
'cause
have
if
to
you're-
admit,
if you're hungover, you can.
I
Shoot
order
them.
pizza.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I think I've
true.
even made that joke with Sam where she's like, "What's for dinner? Pizza? Fuck off."
Yeah. So I can't.
Hilarious.
And nowadays, it's like I'm hungover for like 2.5 days.
Oh yeah,
That's true too.
that is true.
Right?
That's
So
true.
no,
Like,
Yeah.
and
Not-
my fucking problem is I really like IPAs and I don't drink them light. So, fucking 3 of those things is like.
Oh, well,
Oh.
this thing I find funny because even I have to admit,
knock you out.
I remember the day we were just joking about the 12-pack, but like the two of us could sit there, watch a hockey game, finish a 12-pack. I'd be drunk, but next morning, okay.
Sleep it off.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
good to go.
Fine.
Yeah.
If I was to drink 6 beers now, even bottles, I would probably be falling over the next
Oh
day.
fuck! If I was to drink 3 beers now,
Yeah.
I'd be fucking nope.
Yeah.
Next day would be a
So
write-off.
it's interesting how the tolerance wears off, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like we were all veteran drinkers at one point, and it's like
Oh, I was.
after,
yeah.
just after
I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I had like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
when
I
I
wonder,
was
long are those days of like the old school fucking drunks, like our dads, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if those really exist.
Oh,
much
they
anymore.
do.
Do they? I guess
Yeah.
maybe they were the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The difference I would say is I think it's more just where I spend my time because back in the day, go back the 25 years, we would go hang out at the bars.
Yeah.
And we would see lots of people
Oh,
like
that's
that.
true. Yeah.
Now we don't hang out at the bars.
That's true too.
right.
That's true.
Yeah. You can see them on the side of the road, but generally they have their own other things going on.
well
Yeah.
now too though I think the difference between the price of doing it at home and the price of doing it at a bar is
God,
vastly
is so drastic.
It
Whereas
is.
back in our day, $3.25, $2.75 for a beer,
Dude,
Yeah.
we'd have $2 Thursdays.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's what, like $6 for a fucking bottle of beer.
I think so.
Whereas
That's on
You
on
can go to
deal.
the fucking alcohol museum there and fucking get a
Alcohol
can of
museum.
beer for $2.50.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? So
I
you
think
get 2-3
Chuck's-
cans of beer for fucking $8.
Yeah, Chuck's being the cheap one. I think they're like $4.50, $4.95 domestic on their special days or whatever they're.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you
But
go.
that's you're right. But that's like the cheapest you can get.
And you're only getting
at a
like
bar.
8 ounces.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yeah,
you're getting
It's
the
not
small-
even a
yeah.
full fucking
The
pint of
pint.
beer.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But
It's
yeah,
a half
you're-
pint.
Yeah. I will admit it's one of those jokes when they had the moment of no tax. Don't get me wrong. I was against it.
Oh,
but
fucking such a joke. Yeah.
it was a joke, but it was hilarious. I could go to the beer store and get a pint of beer for $2
Oh yeah.
because all the no taxes, all that on it. It amused me so much.
That's pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was good.
I love it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, it's dads.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dad,
Dads.
it's fun. Yeah.
How are you guys, would you say, because you guys have more experience in this than I do? I have my dad moments, but you guys being dads, would you rate yourself against your dads?
Well, for me anyway, I would say that rating isn't necessarily something I could do because again, my parents were
Try.
divorced really early, so
Yeah.
I didn't see my dad as often
Yeah.
as my kids get to see me.
Right, that's true.
Right? Because again, I only see my
So
dad
that
every
might
other week.
instantly make you a better dad.
Maybe. I like to think. Actually, it's a good question. I should ask them.
Yeah.
I can't. I would be surprised if my kids have any big, huge challenge with me.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are things they wish I did different. Of
Mhm.
course, they are human. I am human.
Sure.
But I don't think I do anything wrong. I don't think I piss my kids off in any real big
That
way.
sounds like Dave, doesn't it? That
Yeah.
right there is a perfectly Dave statement.
How is
whole
that
little
Dave?
fucking thing right
I am
there,
a
like-
great guy. I do nothing wrong.
That's
Yeah, there you go.
If they have
But
any challenges,
it's not that. It's the
they have.
nonchalantness in his fucking tone.
Oh,
Matter of fact,
I'm Dave.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'd say again, yeah, I can't, I guess, numerically rate it, but I would say because my dad had a job where he was gone all summer, I spend more time with my kids,
Mm.
but I don't do as much cool shit with my kids.
Okay, so there's like a bit of an equaling out there.
Yeah,
That
I
way.
mean, he worked for the government, so he had the money to
Gum it.
do cooler shit.
Do you guys get
Mm.
free cheese?
Gum and cheese.
Yeah.
Gum and cheese. No, he worked for the. He was an air firefighter.
Oh, right,
Gotcha, yeah.
He fought airs.
Yeah,
That's right.
We
Yeah.
got, we got free trees, not cheese.
Nice.
Yeah, because that's the one thing I'll say. My kids are somewhat, because yeah, in their case, like they're seeing me a lot more than I saw my parents. My parents were constantly working and
Mhm.
all that stuff. So it's
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
different.
Yeah, I saw my mom all the time,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then my dad was gone. It was like 12 days on,
for sure.
2 days off, kind of
Yeah.
bullshit. Or
but I guess
Yeah.
that's one of the big other differences. Because again, my kids now they're teens. When I had hit that age, I had a younger brother who I was helping to raise. I was the one that
Mm.
fed them, did all those things, even when I was 15 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's true.
all those things.
Yeah,
so.
you're dadding young. That's true.
Oh yeah,
I'd say
it
I'm a
was-
different.
yeah.
I'm a different dad.
It's true.
Yeah.
For myself, my only basic comparison would probably be dogs. And in that regard, I'm
Seems
fucking
like a reasonable comparison between
one
you and your brothers.
Yeah, for sure. Nice, nice. I am 1000% a better dog dad than my dad ever was. For
Okay,
sure.
yeah.
Not even a question. Yeah. I don't even get the stories. Yeah, and anybody who knows me can fight me on that. We can talk about that. I would say another comparison. I would say with because I watched my brother as a father. Shout out to Josh. Comparison to my dad. I think he is a better father than my father. Not that I love my father. I'm grateful for what
Oh
he's
yeah,
done.
yeah, no, I
But
know.
what I'm seeing how his kids are growing and not to say that Josh and I, I think we've come out very well as men and all that sort of shit. But to see what his kids are doing, I think is pretty amazing. And I think I could be wrong, but I think a mark of a good father is giving your children a better life than you had. And I think, obviously, I don't know your lives, but it seems like you guys have done that for your children, which I think qualifies you as good dads.
No.
No?
I don't think I would monetarily. I mean,
Doesn't have to be monetary.
well, it's based off that statement. It would have to be
Why?
because I'm not ever going to make as much. Like, dude, my dad made so fucking much money that they had to split it out over the year
Okay.
to pay him properly, right?
Hmm.
To, so he wouldn't be in some ridiculous tax bracket.
Okay.
Because he'd fly in airplanes like he's making like $100 an hour,
Right.
something stupid like that, right? Just to sit on his ass, he was making $50 an hour.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I don't think I'll. But I translate that into how I treat my kids, quote unquote, better or differently,
Right.
right? So yeah,
Wouldn't that be giving your kids a better life emotionally than
Emotionally,
your father did.
financially, I don't.
So wouldn't
think,
that
but
essentially qualify my point? That makes you a pretty good dad.
part of your point? I guess.
That's, I wasn't saying financially. Whatever it means to you to give your children a better life than you had, that is the mark. However you define
Or
that.
just as good.
Or just as good if you
Yeah.
can get to just
Again,
try
us
to not
two, we
lower
had
their life.
different growths.
For sure.
That's what
yeah.
I mean.
Well, I mean, easier marks to hit, I guess. For
yeah,
sure.
for
Yeah,
us, we had a
absolutely.
really easy step.
That's
yeah,
true.
come
yeah.
on.
Low bar. Low
yeah,
bar.
yeah, low bar.
for
My
sure.
kids, when they have their kids, like, come on, I
Yeah,
set
well,
the
that's
bar
gonna be
higher.
pretty fucking challenging. That's true. Yeah. You're like, yeah.
No, I just want my kids to know they're supported
Yes, I
in
agree with you.
whatever they do.
Yeah.
Like this is before I mean,
Well, yeah.
it could be the same now, but I'm thinking like if my kids end up being a janitor, just be
That's
the
fine.
fucking
Cool.
best janitor you
Yeah.
can be, man.
Go figure it out.
It doesn't even have to be the best janitor. My big thing that I've told both my
So
kids
just do what you do well.
is make sure you can care for yourself. Take care of yourself. I've said that to both of them fairly consistently. Like as you get older, you must care for yourself.
That's right.
right. You have to be able to clean, take care, make food, like
pay the bills,
care for
fucking
yourself.
work the shit out.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then yes, if you start to have kids, you start to fall in
Now
love.
you're in part of the world.
Yes, you
Yep.
care for them in
Mhm.
extension, right? Like
Mhm.
that's the only thing I say. Just care for yourself and others.
Mm-hmm.
Be that janitor, be that
Whatever.
movie star.
Yep.
I don't give a flying up about the
Fuck, whatever
money or
drew.
what you do.
Yep.
Are you happy? Are you taking care of yourself? Fucking keep that boat floating.
I
Yeah.
agree. It's
Yeah.
good. It's a good way to be dads. Dads.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
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 And if you're playing with yourself, wash your hands
After or before?
after.
Oh, but before.
No, like not so much before. I don't think. Well, I guess I now.
I mean,
I'm
you are
sorry.
mixing up the germs.
I am being very male on that one. So sorry.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then essentially, wouldn't you wash your hands before you go pee pee?
Hmm?
Do you wash your hands before you go pee pee?
I put them in the
I
toilet
wash them
first.
as I go pee.
Urine is sanitary. I saw it in a movie.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Wait, how? You're not sanitary. You're not sanitary. That's all the guck that your body's getting rid of. God damn. Anyway,
All right. Should we wrap this up?
We should
yeah,
wrap this
maybe.
All
we got
right.
to our pee and shit jokes. All right.
I love it. That's you out there. Are you a dad? Do you like dads? Do you like a conversation about dads? We want to talk with you. We want to celebrate dads, so let's keep the
are you a
conversation
dad or
going.
are you a daddy?
Are you a daddy? Yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
That's
good
true. I'm not a dad, but
play.
I'm certainly a
Good
daddy.
Rawr.
We definitely want to have that conversation. Let's do so wherever you're finding us in the comment section, or whether wherever you are on socials, on our Discord server, and all the other good places that you can find us. If you want to support us, you can do so through our Smoking Gun Beef Jerky link, and you can also save 10% while doing so while buying American to support Canadians.
Thank you for your patronage.
Yes, and if you want to support us
Nice.
directly, you can do so by through our Buy Me a Coffee link, and that'll help us buy some bubblies, pay for the studio and all the lights and all that good stuff.
Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah, take that button away from him.
I know, yes, yes. But out there, you feel, another thing we should talk about is Men's Mental Health Month. If you don't feel well in the mental health department, we want you to know that you matter, not just to us, but those around you. It's important to talk to the stuff in your head. So if you can't do that with anybody in your vicinity or with us or whomever, we're going to have some links in our description so you can seek out the help that you might need. But until next time, I've been Daddy Harv.
I'm the Dave.
And I'm going to tell a terrible joke in honor of my father.
Son of a
All
bitch.
right.
Go ahead.
My dad always used to tell me, I've seen a lot of trees in my day, but I've never seen a country.
Oh, I have. Her name is. And just like that, you got yourself sarcastically distracted. Thank you so much for hanging out with our program. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Peace.
Take
Happy
care, all.
Dad's Day.
Thank you for your patronage.